Isn't this tall dresser just extremely lovely? It was in pretty good condition and really sturdy and really tall. It's actually very tall. It did have a few little blemishes here and there and just wasn't exactly, I don't know, it wasn't exactly a showstopper. And I thought maybe we can change it up just a little bit, give it a little more pizzazz, and make it a little more trendy. So to start with, I just need to clean every surface really, really well. And that means removing all of the hardware, using my favorite degreaser to clean all of the surfaces. I really like Simple Green, or people use Cred Cutter a lot, or Dawn dish soap even, just whatever you have on hand. Simple Green, it works great for me. That's what I've liked to use. And here we're just cleaning out all of the dust and all of the dirt. And this will happen again actually after the entire makeover process. I do clean it again after that. But just giving it the first initial decreasing, cleaning off all the gunk. And it was in really nice condition inside. All of those drawers were in great shape and no weird funky smells or anything like that. It was just kind of a layer of dust, and that was pretty easy to clean off. I did have to do some work on these drawer glides. Those little brown plastic parts, nearly all of them were smashed, and that can happen pretty easily if a drawer is quite aggressively closed or opened a lot. It will start to really wear those out. So I did have to replace all of those, which is easy. I've had some experience with that, and those are pretty easy to replace. You can find them on Amazon relatively cheap, and I can link that in the description because that was a super good find for me. That just a quick switching of those little parts and your drawers will just work so much better. Next, I get right into sanding all those drawer fronts, and because I know that my plan at this point is to paint the body and to use a stain on the top surface and the drawer fronts, I'm going to sand the top and the drawer fronts down to a bare wood. And unfortunately, I did find that the drawer fronts, I did burn through a little bit of the veneer, but it turned out to be okay with the stain that I used, and you'll see what I mean later. After that, I was able to scuff sand the entire base because, as I said, I want to paint that. So sanding, just using a 180 to 220 grit sandpaper just to rough up that finish a little bit. And whenever you are sanding, it's important to remember, especially if you start with a really coarse paper, to finish by moving up in the coarseness. So if you start with an 80 grit, move up to 100 to 200 to 220 or something close to there, so that you have a really smooth surface to paint on. This little ratchet set is really useful for changing out this drawer glide hardware because a normal screwdriver is just too tall to fit in there. So one of these is really handy to have on hand, or just like a short screwdriver. And I'm moving on now to the gel stain that is by Varathane. This is my favorite stain lately. And as long as you have a really good, clean, well sanded surface to put it on, it is just a great finish to use. It's very beautiful. You do have to stir it up really, really well, and it'll look a little bit gelatinous because it's the gel. It kind of a little bit makes you a little bit nervous, but once it's stirred up, it's just really thick, and then it is really easy to apply. I like to use an old sock or an old rag that doesn't have a lot of lint on it, and you can just apply it right to the furniture and then kind of wipe it back as you go. And this is such an easier process to me than using regular wood stain and coming back with a top coat. I think that sometimes I get it a little streaky. This is a little bit easier to control with the gel stain. And also I used to like the one that was gel, or the one that was stain plus poly. And that one I will say is harder to actually control where it's going and how much you're putting on. This gel stain seems to solve all those problems for me, and I get really distracted when I'm applying stain sometimes, and so it's a really good product to use. I really like this brand specifically. I haven't tried many other gel stains, and another one that I have tried I didn't like, but I will say Varathane gel stain in the dark walnut has been a really good suit for me lately, and I'm just going to keep using it on projects because I think it's beautiful, it's easy to use, and it really suits me. So as you can see, the sides that I was talking about were burned a little bit because it wasn't solid wood. And that's the other good thing about this stain, is that you can come back later if it's not dark enough on those sides of the drawer, because it didn't take the wood stain just exactly the same. You can come back later and put another coat on it, and it will blend in so much easier because that gel stain does kind of more sit on the surface of the wood and not soak in. And now you can see how tall this dresser is, because I am 5'9" and I had to get out a step stool just to get to the top so I could stain it. So this was nearly 5 feet tall, and it was a fun project for me. I'd never done one quite like this before. And I am going to go ahead and get started on the black base. I found that I want to stay far away from the black chalked paint by Rust-Oleum, is one that I've done before. This is so much better than chalk paint to me, and what it is it's an exterior flat paint that is acrylic enamel, and this brand is Dutch Boy. I can't tell you the color because I did find it, lucky me, on the Oops Paint section, and I don't know what the name of the color is or if it's correct, but it's just a matte black finish. And after I use the paintbrush to apply it, I'm going to use just a roller, just a foam roller, to kind of make the finish completely uniform. And this is just a fun technique that I've really enjoyed using, and I do use the brush for the smaller little places to get into, and then that roller just helps it look really smooth and uniform, and you get kind of that chalky finish without having the streaks. And that was a problem I was running into with the chalked paint, was that it was just kind of a streaky finish with some colors, and black was definitely, I think charcoal was the one I had actually, but it was really streaky. So I will skip the chalk paint, and I am going for this acrylic enamel next time. I've really enjoyed using it on several projects, and I think it would be worth it if I ended up buying more that wasn't on an Oops section, just because it's such an easy application and the finish just looks great. One thing also that I've enjoyed doing lately is mixing up the sheens on projects like this, because I did use the stain on the drawer fronts, and I want them to be kind of a satin, bright, glossy, somewhat glossy sheen, and it's going to really contrast with the black. So I'm going to use this polyurethane in satin on the drawer fronts so that they really pop against that kind of a matte black finish. And I found with this top coat specifically, it tends to kind of ruin paintbrushes. So to apply it, it is really thick, and I am just using a Dollar Tree paintbrush that I can just throw away whenever I am done with this top coat. And remember, the top is going to just match those drawer fronts, so I can't forget to put the top coat on the top as well. And really getting excited as this piece is really starting to come together. And it's going to be a beautiful contrasting finish, and I think it really pops, where before it was really a nice set of drawers. It was really nice, but it was just kind of okay in the style of it. And now I think it's just going to be stunning. And so I am going to tint my top coat, and I am using a polyacrylic, and I like to tint it by adding just a little bit of the paint so that it's almost a flawless finish, that you can't see any brush strokes or anything. You can't tell where you've been, and it makes the top coat just really easy to apply and easy to blend. Of course, the last step is to let that all dry and then to put on these drawer pulls again. I decided to just keep the original because I thought that they looked really nice with the black and really nice against the wooden finish here. So I was able to clean them up really nicely and just fasten them back into place, and it saved me having to drill new holes, find a new set that I liked, and because this had so many drawers, it would be a really big investment if I had got new pulls. And I think this was the last of the drawer glides, and I really did use a lot on this. I think all of the drawers needed replaced, both on the drawer and on the receiving end inside of the chest of drawers. And so those are finally all going to be new again and fully operational and looking really nice. And finally, here we are with this dresser. It's just finished. So just to remind you of what she looked like before, and she was pretty nice, but just okay, and what she looks like now. And I think we did a lot for this. I think we went from just okay to really stylish and really stunning. This one was an easy project that was just a few days actually that I was able to flip it and sell it pretty quickly on Facebook Marketplace. And I was really happy with how it turned out. And my little girl was approving as well. I think she really liked it. And just as always, I am so glad that you are here. And if you're interested in more videos like this, do feel free to like and subscribe. I love putting out this kind of content and sharing my projects and my journeys. And I can't wait for the next one. And like I said, I'm really glad you're here.